New South Wales has some incredible terrain and unique locations to go rock climbing. It's some of the most beautiful and diverse country in the whole world. I'm Tom O'Halloran, Australian professional rock climber, national champion and Olympian. Cool, so we're here in the Blue Mountains now, which is the home to some of the best rock climbing in the world really. And most of it's located in Katoomba and Blackheath. A typical morning in the Blue Mountains is probably a trip to the cafe for a bit of brekkie and a coffee, maybe up to the bakery as well. Then it's just a short drive to the car park and a small walk into the crag. Can't wait. My partner just got here. Let's go grab her and we'll go for a climb. A couple of things to bear in mind when you're going to the crag is to stay on the trails and minimise your impact on the environment. It's really important that we look after the nature that we're here exploring and enjoying, so it's here for generations to come. And do your best to leave the place looking better than you did when you got there. How good's this spot? So climbing can be a dangerous sport, so we've got to make sure that we're doing everything safe. I'm tied in properly, got my belaya here, positive communication. Ready to go?
Ready to go. Climb when ready.
Blue Mountains has a stack of really well-developed climbing areas, both for beginners through to the advanced. One of the things I love the most about it is just all this crazy architecture that you get to climb on, like this. One thing to bear in mind with sandstone is it is a fragile rock, and if it's rained recently, it's at a much greater risk of breaking. So give it a few days to dry out. You could even go check out one of the local walks like Grand Canyon, Ruined Castle, or Three Sisters. One of my favourite things about climbing is the incredible places that it takes you. It really gives you a new perspective on the environment, and what an outrageous way to explore these new places. On the northern coast of New South Wales, just 2.5 hours from Sydney, is Port Stephens, home to some of the coolest seaside granite bouldering out there. So make sure you bring your bouldering pads. The docks here in Port Stephens has over 100 bouldering routes, all of which is quite accessible for all levels, so it's a great place to get started. After a day of climbing here, you can relax at some of the incredible scenic locations just a short drive away. For the more advanced climbers and something even more adventurous, it's hard to go past Point Perpendicular, one of the state's classic trad playgrounds. On the south coast, Point Perpendicular is an incredible seaside climbing area and quite the adventurous day out. The majority of the climbing here is trad and accessed by abseiling down first. It's an unbelievably stunning location. Due to the type of national park that Point Perp is, it's mainly open on the weekends, so do a bit of research before you jump in the car. The crag is just a short drive from Jervis Bay, so it could be worth considering staying a few extra nights to enjoy the beautiful local scenery. If you've never climbed before, a great place to start is to contact a local tour guide like these guys.
G'day, Ben here from High and Wild Mountain Adventures. We're a local adventure tourism operator based here in the Blue Mountains, specialising in multi-pitch abseiling, rock climbing, canyoning and of course our 2-day bush survival tour. We cater to levels of all abilities, whether beginner, intermediate or advanced, and we provide all necessary equipment to keep you safe and well in the great outdoors. In fact, all you need to do is turn up in a pair of sturdy shoes and bring along a bottle of water.
But perhaps the easiest way to get into climbing is to go find a local climbing gym. They're everywhere these days. They're a super safe, fun and social way to get into climbing. Like at NOMAD Bouldering Gym, Annandale, Sydney, where you can grab a coffee, go for a climb and meet a bunch of friendly faces. One of the greatest parts of climbing is the community. Climbing can be a dangerous sport, but there's lots of information and make sure you hook in with the right people so that they can provide you with the tools and knowledge to be safe. As you can see, the diversity of climbing in New South Wales is unreal. Now that you've checked out a few of my favourite spots, it's time for you to go out and explore for yourself. Make sure you stay safe, care for the environment and respect and understand where you can and can't climb. For more on climbing in New South Wales, head to Visit NSW.com and don't forget to subscribe to the Visit New South Wales YouTube channel for more experts guides.